we are potentially looking at scenarios where we really don't know what's going to happen in the future in terms of finance. Now, that's always obviously been the case, but the rules are starting to apply less and less and less. And the challenge, I think, for everybody involved in financial services, particularly, and fintech, interestingly, is to find a scenario or a global outcome where potentially we don't need to rely on macroeconomic policy to assert growth. So this for me is like this is a big alarm bell in terms of the amount of debt that's being accumulated, and it makes me start to wonder what the purpose of financial services is if we are working in a global environment where interest rates are broadly below zero. So the amount of or really the function of the industry starts to change in this model, and for me, this is one to watch. I mean, as we start to see more powerful currencies being ascribed to the legend. The group or the community that we've been running for the last couple of years has always been about social responsibility, has always been about financial responsibility. It's always been about ethical finance, and certainly more importantly about accountability and responsibility in financial services, both on the business side and on the technology side. Where we are now is really starting to try to point that the energy of that community in a slightly more focused way, and I guess that's what tonight is about. We are in total 6 meetup groups with something around, I haven't got the numbers exactly to hand, but something around 3,500 members, all mission purposed on a broadly similar topic, which is ethical finance. And I just wanted to take you through basically some slides we've just started to put together very quickly around sort of a more cohesive objective. Now, the first thing I can say to you is that we do actually have a mission, which is useful. But to be honest, that's about as far as we've got. So we're kind of making this whole thing up as we go along. So when you see all of this being completely, haphazard and lo-fi and completely disorganised, as we, had to run to Tesco's to go and get some beer because we didn't have a sponsor. Can I have a beer, please? Yeah, hit me. We have no idea what we're doing. And what we do know is we have an idea of what we want to do, and this is sort of it. So we've written all this stuff up, this page at least. This is as far as we got. We wrote this page up, and then we thought, okay, well, how are we going to go about doing that? We thought we better have some community support to be able to get that working. And so this is sort of an aspirational, semi-aspirational slide. But it oughtn't to take us very, very long to achieve. Let's maybe set ourselves some targets. And to be honest, really, it depends on the community. But our objective here really is to make sure that we've got really a global community of individuals who are really trying to push an agenda, and we thought we better put a draft agenda together and then let everybody decide whether or not that works. Okay, so in terms of aims, we're really interested in accountability, we're interested in standards of operation, standards of behaviour for financial services, and focusing particularly on areas where fintech and financial services can make a difference. So this is what we got so far. This is where we got to in the pub last week. You think I'm joking?
What time was it in the pub?
It was quite late. So there's only a few more slides. Sorry, sector focus. So So as an organisation, as a community, what we're interested in is really essentially having a bottom-up mission, and it's not intended that Fintech for Good should be a business or even like a community that's highly active or replacing any of the good work that's happening. I mean, I don't know. Could I have maybe have a quick show of hands, like of people who work in the financial services industry in some shape or form? And could you keep your hand up if you currently work in anything relating to ethical finance? Magic, excellent, okay. Cool, no, but that's actually really heartening, because what I was really hoping is that we would get together people that aren't necessarily, this isn't an industry talking shop for ethical finance, I mean there are plenty of those already. What we're really interested in is seeing how many people in financial services who aren't involved in ethical finance or some shape or form are actually interested in making a difference and using the skills and knowledge that they have to create better outcomes. And so, like, it's all inclusive, but it's also it's very much about connecting the community. Okay, I'm going to sprint through the remainder of the slides, but everybody's involved. Everybody can be involved. Don't know. Does anybody work or function for a body or for an organisation that isn't one of those? Cool. All right, so today... Right, okay. Is that a question?
Yeah, because I'm not in financial services, but when everybody, all the people who are in financial services, and they say that they're not in ethical finance, does that mean that they're in non-ethical?
Yeah. Yes, it does, yeah. It's a very difficult business to hold a moral compass to.
So very ethical of you to admit to.
Yeah, well, you can hold ethics and not work in ethical finance. Yeah. Okay, so today with the meetup groups the communities are starting in London and San Francisco. So mostly myself and Z and Lawrence, and in San Francisco mostly Lawrence and Z. And that's changing quite quickly. We're obviously looking for city managers for New York, I imagine, and presumably, I don't know, Singapore, Hong Kong, anywhere else really, everywhere else. So if you're not usually based in London but you're interested in coordinating a city, then let's go. We're starting out really small, right? So you might get a weekly newsletter once a month. And we're organising some events. And we're organising some pitch days. First pitch day is on the 29th. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen at that one. We are actively organising some mentorshops.
That's easy for you to say.
Right. And later on, probably, give us about 6 months, we'll be doing some PR stuff and some accelerator program work for some early stage venture. Okay, this is kind of, this is great, but it's all free, so sign up anyway. So I could put anything up here, and to be honest, sign up or don't sign up, just, it's still free. Unless you're a significant large organisation, in which we'll probably send you a check, send you an invoice, send you a check. Yeah, sign up, we'll send you a check. Great. Okay, so right now we're inviting volunteers. Nobody's getting paid. It's a charity which has no income, right? So unless you want to start to give us some money, for example, sponsoring the drinks for an event, or more importantly, sponsoring an initiative. We're inviting early stage and founding partners, but particularly, I think the whole point about this is a movement. So really tell your friends, and we're looking particularly for volunteers who have some time to give, maybe a couple of hours a month or something, just to help with some fundraising, to do some communications and PR, to help with the newsletter, to start to distribute some information. We're building a platform, and to do some mentoring, and we're also setting up trusteeship. So some trustees, if you're interested, please get in touch. If you have experience in this, definitely get in touch. If you're here, then I assume you're in the right place and care about ethical finance. Okay, that's your lot.